I'll be honest, I'm starting to think that maybe we've got it wrong. Maybe we actually need to hear our own first language more to improve? Nah, it can't be. But maybe. Before I explain, I have to ask, have you heard Americans speak your first language? I'm sure it doesn't sound natural, but that doesn't mean it can't be helpful. For the sake of our lesson, let's imagine that we have an Italian speaker.
Lo so, non sono veramente madrelingua. Comunque lo diciamo solo per questo video. Grazie.
Who ventures over to the US to learn American English. He arrives and is greeted by so many words that look familiar, but sound so foreign.
Mozzarella, spaghetti, pasta, quasi.
Instead of getting upset about how Americans are butchering the language with their as and their d sounds and their linking
everywhere,
start paying attention to what actually is happening. Becomes mats. Becomes sp. Becomes getty. As you begin finding these little differences between vowels and consonants between your language and English, try to pronounce these words from your first language with an American English accent. Now, one advantage to this technique to language learning is that American English is really nothing but a thief. The reason English has so many words for something like small,
tiny, minuscule, little,
puny, teeny,
minute, teensy,
pint-sized,
microscopic,
is that it's taken what some believe to be 80% of its vocabulary from other languages, especially French, German, Greek. This also explains all of those crazy spelling rules that English has. Cough versus tough versus course versus could. So if you speak one of the major language groups in the world, the chances are very high that you can find some pretty common words you'll recognize in both English and your mother tongue. So to start, find 5 words for comparison. Now we need a native speaker to say them. No one around? Dictionary sites can be helpful because they often have audio files, but sometimes they sound a little bit robotic. Better? Try using a site like Youglish.
Mozzarella.
Youglish lets you hear native speakers using the vocabulary that you're looking for in more natural context. We are here at the Schwa Mill to craft your accent. You could also bring these words to the Schwa Mill, our Saturday live stream, where we listen to your pronunciation and give suggestions. Regardless of what you do, the next step is the most crucial. Listen to Americans saying the word from your language. Record yourself trying to sound just like them, no matter how ridiculous it seems to you. Pay attention to how your mouth posture changes to accommodate and try to capture the American English accent. How does it make your mouth feel? Is it wider or more closed? Is your tongue in a different spot? Maybe down here or up here? Does your jaw feel tenser? Is the back or the front of your tongue higher for the sounds? You get the point. Even if the mouth position for some words or sounds is relatively similar across different languages, the word still sounds different when you say it in American English versus in your own language. In fact, we can see this with a lot of loan words that your language may have taken from English.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Keep my wife's name.
Okay, but why? Well, each language has its own placement or projects from a different place in the body. For instance, Italian has a higher placement, in American English, a lower placement. Lowering your placement is one of the best ways to automatically sound more natural in American English. Now, let's finish with some exercises to get your placement even lower.